please mute only when necessary. When you want to talk, you raise your hand and I will allow you. Okay. I'm going to, Deepant is also joining. Excellent. So we have got.
Who is Venkatesh?
Yeah.
Who is Venkatesh?
Yeah, Venkatesh is there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let us get started. So hold on, Vihan. I think let me just start at least before I will open up the questions.
No, sir, I have raised hand for the coming question.
Okay. No, you can't raise it in advance.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let me. Yeah, we are recording. Okay. See what we had learned in L2 also, that blunders are one of the most common decisive factors in games, right? You play a lot of, what happens is you play your games and quite a lot of moves you play all right, decent moves, but somewhere once or twice you make big mistakes, and then sometimes the opponent also makes big mistakes, and that is what decides the course of the game, right? It is like everything being equal, suddenly if you lose a rook, okay, due to something, then it is the other side is going to win. Or if the other side gives up his say a knight or a queen or something, then you are also suddenly going to win. And it is not big, these are all accidents that happen, and we have to prevent those accidents, right? Prevent those accidents as much as possible. We have to make the care, and that is why we have to look at our own games and analyze the blunders. Okay, now I had suggested one way of finding out the blunders is by actually letting Lichess analyze your game. Okay, and then it will automatically find your blunders. How many of you know about this one, that Lichess can analyze your games?
Yes, sir. And chess.com can also do that.
Sir, I know.
Yes. So does everyone know?
Yes.
I want to ask. Let us go one by one. Venkatesh, Ramnath, Rushad.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yashika, Ishan.
So this is Ramnath. I know that there is.
I know, sir.
Okay, we will just see it once. Okay, how does it do it? Who wants to show on his share screen his game and analyze, how to analyze? I will.
Sir, I want to share screen. I'm Agastya.
Okay, if Agastya wants to share, please, everyone, please look at it, how we will go about it. Okay, your own games you have to let Lichess analyze and find the blunders. Okay, so I'm going to let open the share screen so that, and I'm going to stop sharing. So Agastya, you can share the screen.
Wait, sir. First, I have to open Chrome, sir. I've not yet opened Chrome.
Okay.
Not done that.
Sir, I have opened it. Can I share? I have opened
How
it.
to present the screen?
How to present the screen? You can ask maybe your this one. Okay, Vihan has shared. Okay, we will see. So Rushad, you can ask maybe your dad or mom or your elder brother or something how to share. It is very simple. Okay. Okay. First thing is that what we have to be ensuring is on Lichess we have to be logged in. Okay. On the top right we can see here Vihan Damija. Before that, on the top right, that means he has logged in with his aim. Okay, otherwise it will just show something called a login there. Okay, so that is what he has logged in. Now, can you click Vihan? Can you click on your name, Vihan Damija? That at the top right is there. See, can you see profile? You have to click profile there. Just
Yes.
top profile. Profile. Can you see this? This will show you all the statistics of you, how you have performed over the last 2 months or whatever it is, 3 months. And below that, can you see the activity? There is an activity tab is there, right? 29th October, it is showing played 7 rapid games, lost 27 points, completed 1 arena tournament. Before that, 27, solved 22 tactical puzzles. So this is all is the activity. But next to that is the games. Can you see just next to activity, there is a tab called, it is showing 1141 games. Yeah, click that. Click that. Okay, so these are all your games. Everything that you have played are available for you to go back and review. Okay, so now this has got 1141 games. So many games man has played. It is all in chronological order, which means that the latest one is at the top, the oldest one will be at the bottom. Okay, now we just click the first topmost game. Vihan versus Deepant. Can you click that? See, this is the game that has a thing, and you can play through it. Right arrow if you use on the keyboard, right?
Analysis board.
Yeah. Right. So whatever this game happened, and it ended after 10 moves only, or what? No, it is there, right? Okay.
Here I blundered a queen by mistake, then I just resigned. So I
Okay.
just wanted to show you an end game. Can I show it?
Okay, let us go back and look at another game. This
Yeah.
is very obvious what is the blunder here, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Why did he resign in this? Okay.
that's fine. But you don't. I will show you what to do. This is a how long was the game? No, click that. Vihan versus Vihan H versus Vihan Damija, right? Or which one? Just click any one of them. It's okay.
Vihan H versus Vihan.
Sir, sorry, I lost my connection.
No problem. I think it's okay. Okay, fine. So this is a long game. Which how many moves are there total?
There
Don't click anywhere. No. Wait. How many are there? Okay.
Black offers join.
Some 50 moves or something is there. 62 moves. Fine. Go back. Just go previous page. Go back. No. Back as in the sense the browser back button.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is the game, right? Now come down. Click analysis board on that. On the right side, can you see this? And come now. Scroll down in the browser. Scroll down all the way down. Browser.
Okay. This
right
thing.
side. No, not like that. On the extreme right side on the browser, there is that scroll bar. Is there? No, not that. Next. That one. Scroll down. Yeah. Can you see? Now, can you see at the bottom most? Can you see something called as computer analysis? At the very bottom row. Computer analysis.
Yes.
Click that. Everybody please note what is the thing. Okay. Now request computer analysis. Click it. Now what the computer is going to do is going to automatically analyze all the game.
Sir, I can't
graph.
show you. And I also know an easier way, sir.
Yeah. It's okay. Fine. We'll just see this first. Okay. So
Sir,
it
I'm
is
just
The blunder, sir.
this is the blender, but this is graphically. But can you see on the right side? Can you see below that game score? It is showing next that it is showing Vihan Damija 7 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes, 4 blunders. Okay, and then Chetan, it is saying 6 inaccuracies, 1 mistake, and 5 blunders. Okay, so which are the blunders? Actually, it will show you. Okay, so from this one. So click on the learn from your mistakes. Can you see this, Roshad? Also, everybody can see this, how we are going ahead, right? So now it has taken to one position where it is saying, and what it is saying, 5th move, white said Queen E2. Okay, and that is what you played, but instead there is a better move.
No, you could also play this move.
Yeah, that is a good move. But anyway, so you got then go to the next one. Okay, say here I think knight G4.
Well, this was good for preventing this piece, because if I just also wanted to pin the other knight.
Yeah, but it is not good because he plays D5 and then attacks your knight, so defends his knight. Everything he does it in one shot. So that is why knight to G4 is not a great move. Okay.
So if I want to do better, I can come here.
Not that one also. I would say knight F3 itself will be better. No?
Okay. Knight to F3 was good.
Yeah. Knight to F3 was okay, but there might be other moves. But anyway, you got the idea how it happens. So computer can find out your blunders, and then actually you can go through, learn through my mistakes, then it will give you a hint also. If you want to take a hint, yeah, what is it?
Was this a good move? The knight can capture it and then he gets, okay.
No, you have double support.
You have a double support.
Yeah. So here.
Sir, I'm Agastya. Can I tell an easier way to do this?
What is the easier way?
First, can you tell Vihan to stop sharing?
Okay. Let us just take 1 minute to stop sharing and Agastya. But I hope everyone follows this and analyzes at least your, not every game, but at least all the games in which you lost, right? You start analyzing them like this. Yes.
Sir, first after that community teams, you can actually open one arena.
Okay.
Then just click on that arena.
Yeah.
Then where is my name? I don't know, but later I've not played this arena because I was there. Then you can just go there and click it. This is Prihan versus Saheri.
This is also correct, but yeah, that is also correct. But finally, you have to do that computer analysis only, right? That you have to do by going to the bottom of that game screen.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
Augusta has not yet joined the L3 team.
Oh, Agastya, please join the L3 team. Go and exit the
I'll
L3
tell my
team.
father.
Okay. All right. So you saw the thing. I hope everyone saw. Anybody has not yet understood how to do the computer analysis of the game? Please raise your hand or ask on the chat right now, because we just saw it. Okay.
Sir, I can't raise the hand.
Anyway, but you have understood it, right? Then it is okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. So I'm going to share the screen again now, and what we are going to do is, so it is important to look at blunders and try and prevent them, and systematically there is a way to prevent them. Okay. First, what is the first stage? Okay, we had seen that there are blunders can happen in L2. We had seen that it can happen due to 3 reasons. Anyone remembers what are the 3 reasons? In L2, we had learned this in 2nd class. There are only 3 ways that blunders can happen. A, you miss out your opponent's threat. Opponent is threatening something with his move, and you don't see it. And then you get checkmated, or you lose your queen or rook or whatever it is, or maybe lose a central pawn, etc. Whatever it is, you don't respond to your opponent's threat. That is one thing. Second is possible because you have the chance, maybe opponent has made some mistake or not defended something, and you have the chance to win something big. Okay, maybe win a piece or win a great pawn, or maybe sometimes give a checkmate also, and you don't see it at all. You play something else. So you had the opportunity to win, which you don't win. That is also a blunder.
Sir, this happens with me.
Yeah.
Sir, this happens with me many times.
So you have to work on it, right? You have to reduce it, right? If it happens 5 times in 1 week, then you have to make it only 2 times or 1 time or something like that. You have to reduce it. Okay. The third type of blunder is when you are not, it is not that your opponent's threat you are not seeing. It is not that you are missing any opportunity, but you make a weak move which allows next move, it allows your opponent to win something big. Okay, so it is not anything on the existing chessboard, but the move that you choose itself is a very weakening move, and that causes damage to your position. This can be the third type of blunder. Okay, so you see again, just recapping the first. Yeah.
Sir, Agastya, I have actually improved. One time, Ramnath would give me a lots of checks, and I would never win against Ramnath. I'd hardly draw, but nowadays I've started winning against him.
Okay.
He's getting on a weaker position.
Okay. That's good. But hold on now. So we say again, recapping, blunders can happen due to 3 reasons. A, you do not see your opponent's threat. B, you do not execute your best move, right? Or third, you make a very weak move which allows the opponent to win against you, right? Big win against means big, win something, win a piece, win a queen, rook, or give a big deadly check, etc. Okay. So
Sir, I have a blunder ready on my analysis board.
But I will not right now. You have to do that analysis yourself. Okay, I have showed it, and Lichess has got this beautiful capability. Learn from your mistake. So it is that if you play 1 hour in the tournament, next 1 hour you have to go through all your games, analyze them, and try to see which mistakes you did and what you could have done better, right? So remember, 1 hour of play and 1 hour of analysis of your own games. Okay, that is the way to improve. Just by playing, you will not improve. Okay, so you have to analyze each and every game and learn from the mistakes. Okay, and what you could have done better. And if you do it, then you will get a round of it. Slowly you will keep getting those things. Oh, this is the type of mistakes that I make, etc. Okay, fine. So I have created a simple plan for you, okay, where you can go it in 3 stages. Blunder reduction also, you can do it in 3 stages. Stage 1, you just do it now. First 1 month, you just do stage 1. Okay. What is the stage 1? Look at all the threats, including checks and captures from your opponent after he has made the move. Before you make the move, list them down, write them down. Okay. Suppose Vihan is playing against Yashika and Yashika has made a move. Vihan, before you make your move, write down, oh, now Yashika is threatening my queen here and my pawn here and my bishop there. So whatever threats you can see, or maybe she can next move, she can give a check like this. Identify it, write it down first. Just write it down. And for every move, okay, so you play a slow game. You don't play the normal 10+5 games. You play slow games, okay, or even better still, even existing games of your things which have happened, you analyze it. After every move, you just check what is the threat, what was the threat in that move, and then you start writing down. That is also a way to think, okay, and then only you choose your move. Okay, so first you write down all the threats and then only choose your move. So this will help you prevent the type 1 blunders where you are not seeing your opponent's threats. But if you systematically follow this, then you will start getting reducing the blunders that you do of type 1, of missing out opponent's threat. Okay, then you go to stage 2. In stage 2, what you do, anyway, you write down the opponent's threats, but before you make your move, you write down all the options that are available for you. Oh, don't just make your move. Oh, I can go and check like this. My bishop can capture this knight and let me see what happens, or my knight can capture this pawn. So all the checks, captures and indirect threats that you can make, just go through it. Because many times what happens is you make a move not because it is the best move, because you have not seen all the other possible moves, right? So you have to see, there may be, when you are making a move, there may be a better move that is there which you have not yet seen it. So that is why you have to see the moves and then go through it. So all of this requires patience and it requires slow work. Okay, it is not a 10-minute 10-minute games. It is slow. Is it becoming clear? Ishan, Venkatesh, Yashika?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Deepant, right? So you have to now, because you are at level 3 now, things are, you will have to play slowly and you will have to think of everything and then only you will improve. Okay, by the way, let us congratulate Deepant. He was away in a hometown, so he could not earlier finish his thing, but he has come back, finished his L2 exam, qualified it, and joined the L3. Welcome back, Deepant. Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So this is the way you have to do it, and then is the stage 3. But see, practice stage 1 for 1 month. Okay, just stage 1 means just note down all the opponent's threats before you make your move. That alone you practice it first. Okay, you should get into a systematic habit of doing it.
Sir, I'm Agastya. I have a question. Well, it's a common check that mostly I'm getting it, and I have a question on it. Can you go to like chess?
Not right now. We will go later. Okay, we will go later. Okay, so fine. So now we are going to look at some positions. Okay, the first position. Okay, it is white to play. Okay, and think carefully, not just of your, think also of your opponent's move. I'm going to put this on the leakage board. Okay,
Sir, can I tell the move?
we'll just go around. Just one second. E3, E4, C3 and G4, right? Okay, so clear board. Okay, this is the position, and who is to play? White to play. Okay,
White to play.
White to play. Okay, I want to who has started the chess thing? We should not engine.
Sir, the move is king to F4.
Okay,
A4.
king to
King to
f4.
No, sir, king to f3.
No, king to f3 is not possible because the pawn, black pawn is checking it.
Okay, so the black pawn is going in this direction.
Yeah, you see
Okay,
on the
then-
top, right?
Then king to f4 is good.
Sir, I think the best move is king to f5.
Wait. Now don't look at the computer thing and see. Both of you said king to f4 first, and king to f4 is a blunder. Why?
Why?
You are losing the game with king to f4.
Oh, the other
king
king
moves to
will come to
d3.
d3. The other king will come to d3.
The
And
other
you have
pawn is
to
going to
move away.
come to e3, and now see this king is threatening this pawn and he is defending your pawn, and now you have to move. You cannot move this square because it is controlled by the pawn.
F5 is the right move.
Yeah. So now in this position, white will have to move somewhere here, or here. Wherever he moves, what will happen?
He'll queen and win.
He will win the pawn. Not only that, after that he will move his king and
Queen.
so
Make a
Sir,
queen.
I have a even better move.
there is no better move.
Yes.
There is no better move. And
What if
Sir, for
what
white, I think
goes to G3?
If king goes to f5,
Yeah,
he
king-
can promote.
king to g3 also does not help because this is still a win for black. This is a still win for black. Okay, it is very easy.
sir, I got a better move from the start position.
Start position. What is the start position? So,
F5.
yeah, f5 is the only move. And why you have to think? Okay, you have to think that you have
King
to
cannot
think.
take the white pawn.
So now if black plays king to d3, then what will you?
A4.
Then move
Now you
to
make
f4.
king to f4. Now it is black's turn to move. Now black cannot play here. He has to defend this pawn. He cannot defend it. So he will have to move out. And if he moves out, then
White takes black pawn.
you will take the pawn and you will win this.
Yeah, and then white can promote and win.
Yeah. So like this you have to think. Okay. But now black is also, what is black's best move here? Now tell me.
d2.
King to d2 is the right move for but actually black does not have that option, because even if he does that, it is actually thing. So white actually wins this position by playing king to f5, because to defend this pawn the king will have to come here, right? Even if king goes to d2, it doesn't help because white will still
The
take it.
white king will, the white king can kill the black pawn and the king can defend near the pawn.
Correct. After that, white king will slowly escort this pawn, right? So you see here in this position, if you make a move in a hurry before looking at what the opponent will play and what I will play next, you can, instead of winning, you are losing the game just in one move, right? And it is not very obvious also, right? That is why we have say that you have to think and you have to look at, first thing is that you have to look at what is opponent's threat. Then you have to look at what is my best move, and then you have to look at what is the thing. Now I will give you another example. Look at position number 3 here, which is next to the here, this one, right? It is black to move, the last position on the first row. Okay.
So position number 2.
Position number 2 is a homework for you. Okay. I will just go through few positions. Position number 3. Look at it. Black to play. It is black to play. Okay.
Sir, the best move is knight to e5, e4.
Knight to e4. If you do, then you are going to lose the queen, because the bishop is pinning your knight. Right. So that is a even bigger blunder.
So what if the knight goes to d4?
Knight goes to d4. No, that knight is also pinned. Black to play. If you play the knight to d, how can you move? You cannot move the knight, right? It is pinned against the king. The c6 knight is pinned against the king. The f6 knight is pinned against the queen.
So what about h1? Sorry, h6.
Pawn to h6.
Pawn to h6 if you play, then what will
Put bishop to d7, an obvious move to stop the pin.
bishop to d7 is a good move. Bishop to d7 is a good move. Okay.
So pawn to
Then you
h6.
also
Okay. Did anybody think about queen takes e4? Black queen can kill the white knight on e4.
Sir, I also thought that.
no, that's bad because then queen can. Then knight can just take it back.
Yeah. So see look
Sir,
at.
I also thought about that move.
So what
But
is
I
the,
thought it is not the good move.
but you should know, is it good move or not, and why it is not a good move.
It is a very good move, sir, because you win a knight, and the
Yeah. No.
other side rook cannot even pin you because it does not have support. Until he has support, you run away.
Let us see this. Let us see this. Two bishops are here. Okay, two bishops are also here. Okay, and white has got. White also has got pawns like this. One, two, three, four, one. Okay, this bishop and knight are still sitting here only. This is the position, right? It is who is to play? Black to play, right? Black to play. Let us analyze it. And
So
I'll
what
click
if
okay, I was
bishop to f5.
bishop to f5 is a decent move. Okay, but what is going to happen is, yeah, this is f5, right? This is bishop to f5. Black to play, okay. But what is the threat if you play something like this, etc., right? What is the threat? Is going to.
Sir, I can't hear you.
Why you can't hear me? Everybody can hear me, right? Okay, just see. What is the problem? What is the problem of queen takes e4? Is it a free knight?
No.
Why?
Wait, then queen can just take back, right?
If you take it with the queen, I will take it with this.
Then it's just a trade.
No, it
You
is
want
not a
the-
trade. White has lost one knight.
Rook to
White has lost one knight.
rook to e1. Then
White is lost. First, white has lost one knight. See, keep the count proper. Knight is gone, queen is gone, and one more
what
queen is
if the
exchanged.
rook goes to e1?
If rook goes to e1, then queen will be very happy to kill the rook and give a checkmate.
Not, sir, no, not now.
Hmm.
Just go back. Sir, after not go back, sir.
Now,
The same whatever you play till knight beats the other knight, then the rook can come to e1.
yeah, rook can come to e1, and then you will protect your knight. Okay. Or
Yeah, sir, it will.
Then the
F3 is there. F3 is there. Yeah, correct. But there is a so this looks like an equal. So why black will also lose his knight. But you know what? Actually, there is a blunder lurking here. Queen to takes the knight, loses white loses the queen. You know what? Sorry, black loses the queen. Can you see how black is losing the queen? That is where I'm talking about a blunder. Rook to d8 check. Now
King kills the rook.
and then
Bishop
Then
kills the
the
knight.
queen.
The king will take it.
Now this knight gets pinned.
Then-
Now this knight cannot kill it back because this knight is pinned by the bishop against the king. So net what white has white has won the queen. Okay, black has got not exactly completely thing, but black has lost a queen but won a knight and a rook for it. So it is still in middle game, it is still considered bad because the queen is much more powerful, right?
And the queen can give a check.
Yeah, queen can give a check. A lot of things can happen. So this, but did you see this happening, right? So if you don't see this, it may happen that okay, in similar position you may kill it. Okay, but you have to see what is possible, and especially all these threats are there, right? Like this, like, so what happens after that? So you have to see any checks or captures, you have to analyze it in detail. Okay, you can't just have a simple view that oh, it will work or it will not work. You have to see it properly.
Sir, but if the queen was on b4, then if
Yeah.
black would have played that move, then when then the knight
Wait,
would have killed the rook.
Agastya, don't go on a tangent over that. If queen was on b4, why? If the queen was on b4, then you would have killed the queen directly,
Yeah.
right? Why? How can the queen be on b4? You would have killed it. So don't go on some tangential thing. Look at what is the position, and there what you have to. What is the? What are the threats? What are the possibilities? And this one. Okay. Fine. I am going to, how many minutes are there? Okay, I'm going to look at one more example and you can join back actually and then see. Okay, fine. I want to look at this example also. Can you first of all, I did look at the position number 4, which is the middle row, first position. Okay, look at it, white to play. Now I want to understand whether you have, let us see how good are you in identifying the threats. White to play.
Sir, bishop to h6.
Bishop to h6. Okay, that is your move. What about, have you looked at all the opponent's threats?
Sir, which one was it?
If bishop goes to h6 and got a1.
Yeah, Ishan has identified, I think. Was that Ishan or Venkatesh? Can you see?
Sir, sir, I also found out if the bishop goes to h6, then the queen can come to e1 and checkmate.
No, the white bishop goes to b2.
If white bishop goes to b2, then also black queen will come on e1.
Which one are we doing? I could not hear you that
Sir,
time.
the best move is rook to e3.
Rook to e3 is a possible move. Okay, but now you are discussing, right? Now you are discussing. You are looking at, see, the middle row leftmost position is what we are looking at. Okay, so we said bishop to h6 does not work because queen to e1 checkmate. Bishop to b2 does not work because queen to e1 checkmate.
How about queen
to e3?
Sir, how about rook to e3?
Rook to e3 is possible. Yes, you can play like this. Okay.
Which position are we looking at? 5, right?
Yeah, number 4.
Sir, I have a move. How about
queen to c3?
Queen to c3 is also a better move. You want to exchange of the queens, but please understand now that you are thinking, right? So this is how you have to look at it.
Sir, I have a move. How about queen to h4?
Queen to h4 is not helping because black queen is still going to e1 and checkmating. Right? Black queen is threatening to go to e1. Right? Can you see the diagonally? The black queen is going to move along the diagonal to e1 and then there is no difference in the checkmate.
Can you move rook to
e5
bishop to d2?
See, I think we have looked at multiple. No, bishop to d2 does not work because queen to a8 is queen to a1 is also going to lead to checkmate.
Sir, but then I think, sir, but then the white queen can take the black queen.
Okay, but then the rook is going to come down again going to give a check. Black rook is there again. And giving a check. And
So can I give you a solution?
No. I think here is the thing. I think rook to e3 is okay.
Yes,
Queen to
sir.
c3 is okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you do rook to c3?
Huh?
Can you do
queen to c3?
Yeah, queen to c3 is okay. Rook to c3 is also, rook to c3 is slightly cumbersome because what do you call? Because the queen can come to a1 still, and start pinning that rook against the queen. So that is why I think rook to c3, I don't like it. Rook
No,
to
sir, then make like then come the rook should come to f1 near the king. So no,
rook,
it's
how
like,
can the rook can come to f1? It doesn't have any, f file is not open, so it cannot come, right?
okay, and sir, pawn up 1 square, pawn to
Okay.
pawn
Here is the thing.
to pawn
Here-
to
here is the thing.
g4,
I'm going
pawn
to
g4.
I'm going to stop
Sir,
recording.
sir,
Please.
for the great